another day, another event, and I was running really late. So we're doing this intro on the train. Thankfully, there's not many people near me, so I'm able to do this. Usually, I wouldn't even risk this. But first off, fit check. I'm in a jumpsuit. I don't know what you can see. Ta-da! With my cute little necklace. But yeah, we are heading to the Insomnia Gaming Festival. It's one of my favorite gaming events that go on in the UK. Tunnel. What else? It happens twice a year in Birmingham, and it's actually probably one of the best places to meet people because being in the middle, people from the north can come down, people from the south can come up. So yeah, it's a great place to network. Also, I'm in Panda's Embarrassment, which is a talk show happening, so shout out to Mayuki Panda. She's absolutely lovely and she's such a good host, and she planned everything, so I'm very excited to be a part of that. I've also got Minecraft judging, and I'm also streaming with Canon this morning, which is super excited. So yeah, come along to the event.
So of course I started off by heading straight to the Pringles stand, as you folk know that I do like my snacks. Now they had 2 flavors I think they were showing off, and they didn't give us a full tub, but we did get 4 or 5 individual Pringles. After this, I headed over to the Canon streaming zone. Now, I was a little bit disappointed in the way that there wasn't any reps for us to talk to, especially as a creator. However, I was able to stream for an hour or 2, and I do want to say thank you for giving me that slot. But one thing I have noticed in a lot of events, if they're open like this, so much noise comes through the stream, so it's kind of difficult. However, they had the really cool lights going on, the PCs, and of course I got to test out the camera, which is one that I'm actually considering for future equipment, as it'd be cool to have a compact camera in the future just to improve the quality of my vlogs for you all. So I have been looking into this one, but if anyone's got any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. And here's a quick close-up right before I went on and did my stream. As you can see, the setup there. One of the coolest parts about events is actually the cosplay. Now, I was a cosplayer years ago, but it takes a lot of time, money, and practice that honestly I don't have anymore, but I do kind of wish I would get back into it. Now, I'd say Insomnia is kind of fresh to cosplay, but every year I always see more and more, and they even have a competition that you can enter too. So it's really nice to not only see these stands, but also see cosplayers hanging about. I then wanted a bit of a rest, so of course I went to check out the main stage, and they were having the Just Dance finals. Now they do this every year in collaboration with Ubisoft, and I love a bit of Just Dance myself, so it's always fun to watch. I do believe they held like the semi-finals in various places, and then this is the final. I'm pretty sure the winner won a Switch. Now on to the merch. If you go to these events, you always see very similar vendors, if not the same every year, so you kind of know what to expect after you've been to a few, but it is nice when you see something new pop up that's a little bit fresh. One thing you won't miss is that there are tons of Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, any type of card. It will exist at Insomnia. And also take a look at these cute Kirby pins. Look at the Kirby with the sunglasses. What a cool dude. There's always tons of artwork to find as well. More often than not, I actually tend to buy a piece of artwork. I like to support my local artists as well, which is something I'd love to see in future Insomnias. More individual local people, just to spice it up a little bit. I also wanted to shout out this Pokemon Terrarium stall that I always see. I think it popped up last year for the first time, and I get close to buying one every single year. Also, the best bit, they do this lucky dip where you can pick up counters and you have a chance of getting free artwork. And honestly, I think it's £5 for 7 dips or 7 counter chances, and it's really cool. Now for the games, we definitely need more claw machines at gaming events. So here at Park Beyond, we tried to get a free Pac-Man plushie. Not gonna lie, it's harder than it looks. However, a few tries later, we did manage to get one. Now, there's always these retro areas, and this time they had a table full of old consoles, of course, including Mario Kart. And then followed by this, there was tons of arcade machines. However, I don't think I saw many pinball machines this year. Sometimes that can vary. And admittedly, I was kind of disappointed there wasn't any DDR because I'm a big fan of those, and I'm pretty sure I spent last Insomnia trying to play all the songs. We also decided to check out the Excel wall and pop down our names, which is always nice, and you can spot a few people. This was also followed by the Assetto Corsa competition, which apparently had this leaderboard full of pros and the public. So yeah, you might want to check it out and see if you can beat any of the times. Speaking of tournaments, they do hold creator-specific ones, but there's also ones daily for the public too, so don't worry. I must admit, I do kind of look forward to the Fall Guys one they do every time. It's always a laugh and everyone gets way competitive. Now, I'm not a fan of energy drinks, but there is usually a stall giving away some freebies, and I'll be honest, events prices are expensive, this is free, and well, it's also a pick-me-up. Insomnia itself was actually originated through esports and giant LAN parties. And if you ever want to sit down or want to check out some real competition, definitely check out the esports tournaments that happen. Following that, one of the coolest bits is the BYOC, which stands to Bring Your Own Computer. Now this is actually a separate thing to Insomnia, but it's basically grab all your friends and have one giant LAN party. And the best bit is everyone gets really into it. There was desks that were decorated, you can see fairy lights in the background, everyone goes full out.
So we are back from the event, and I must admit, because I had Insomnia and then Star Wars straight after, I recorded this a few days later because I was very, very tired by the end of the weekend. Now, Insomnia itself was really fun. I saw so many creator friends, which is kind of why I go to these. Like, there's not really many games to play. There's a cool retro area, and admittedly, they didn't have DDR this year, which I was upset because I love DDR. But I saw so many people, so it was really nice to see the faces again. On top of that as well, the event seemed, I don't know, a little different, but in a really nice way. I don't know if it was because things were spaced out a bit more, the stages seemed a little bit different. They also had a bit more of a variety in terms of talks and shows, so it was definitely something for everyone, no matter who you were, if you were a creator, a gamer, a fan, just enjoying events. There was something for everyone, which was really cool. The only thing I do have to note was usually the creator lounge or the creator tavern in the past had like props and was very sort of not segregated, but you could tell this was a specific area. And this time they had none of that. It was just sofas, and admittedly, I actually didn't realize it was the creator area until someone pointed it out. So I wish that was a little bit better, but you know, it is what it is. Also on top of that, they had meet and greet, which was really nicely set out this time. Usually it was hidden in the back, but this time they brought it to the forefront. A creator friend of mine got to see Gerald from, not Gerald, she's gonna kill me that I said that. Geralt from The Witcher. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've just offended everyone. And yeah, it was nice that they brought that out, and it was sort of, you could see the actors as well. They had a bunch of Resident Evil actors. They also had Krystal from Star Fox Adventures, which is the reason behind my username, but I missed out on meeting her, so I really hope she comes back for future events. On top of it as well, I do have a massive thank you to say. Now, I was not aware of this at all, but as I was walking around Insomnia, so you guys know there's a lot of like advertisement boards dotted around. They usually have like gameplay or things popping up or hey, Insomnia this, whatever. My face was on one of them. I did not know. Basically, Insomnia and TikTok, I collaborated, and myself with two of the creators have been put on like rotation on these advertisement boards, and it was so nice. Like, I've been doing gaming events for years, right? I mean that in just, I was a fan, right? I used to queue at 5 a.m. to be the first in line, and you know, going from this craze fan to be like, oh, maybe one day I can be involved, or you know, do this, do that, and now I get to not only tend as a creator, but my face is on the boards. Like, that's really nice. So a giant shout out to like Insomnia and TikTok for collaborating on that, and yeah, massive thank you, because that really made my day. But yeah, I think overall as well, what else did I do? I watched the Super Mario movie. So if you guys go to Insomnia, they have this place called Resorts World. So first off, there's loads of restaurants. Please book in advance, especially if there's a big group. I booked a table of 14 back in January, ready for the event in like April. And they had to honor our table because they were only allowing walk-ins. If you have a giant like group, it's really hard to get in. Also, so yeah, we went and saw Super Mario movie. If anyone's interested, it's so good. The amount of references and the music involved, top tier. I would definitely recommend it. And I haven't been cinema in a while, so that one's a good one. On top of it as well, we're doing on Saturday, oh, the casino. So also for those that don't know, the casino in Resorts World is the place for cheap drinks. So that's why everyone goes. I mean, some people gamble, but you don't have to. I don't. I just go to sit and catch up with everyone. But every single person ends up in the casino. And with the cheaper drinks, it's a win-win. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the event. Insomnia is one of my favorite UK ones. The people who run it are like fantastic. They're such a nice team as well. And especially if you're a creator, they really respect creators. We had creator tournaments, we had different things going on. It was really, really good. So I would advise everyone to look into it. I'll try and put the website in the description below. But yeah, if you like these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll see me at future events.